I am super excited. Red Circle Retreat is just about to start. I'm expecting them in about 7 minutes. I have prepared everything for day one. Day one, we're gonna have a cocktail at my home in Iceland. I'm gonna give them their notebooks and water bottles and little bags for our retreat. We're gonna have a cocktail, sushi, a little bit get together, prepare them for the trip. So tomorrow we get on the bus and we drive the Golden Circle, the famous Golden Circle in Iceland. Before we go to our retreat place, we go to the Secret Lagoon, which many of these ladies have not been to before. Out of 10 Red Circle members, I'm expecting 9. One could unfortunately not come. So I am super excited for the next 6 days. We are on day 2 of the Red Circle Retreat. Got a little bit wind, a little bit rain, but the weather changes every 10 minutes in Iceland, so let's see. A meet and greet last night was fabulous. We had a couple of breakthroughs already. It was not supposed to be a hot seat, but 2 people out of 9 had a breakthrough already on just meet and greet. They went into the hot tub, we had an amazing time, and today we're gonna go to the Golden Circle, and then we are going off to a nice hotel for lunch, and then Secret Lagoon for a bath before we go to our retreat place. So let's see. Wow, we have already day 3 of the Red Circle Retreat in Iceland. And this morning, everyone had to get up super early because we have a long day. We left with the bus at 6:30 a.m. I think the group wasn't the happiest, but they knew they were in for a treat because we wanted to drive all the way from our retreat place to my favorite place in all of Iceland, which is the Glacier Lagoon, and now we have arrived there, and I'll show you what that looks like. In a few minutes we're going on a boat onto the Glacier Lagoon, and we're gonna get some ice to taste. 1,000-year-old ice. After that we go and have a late lunch, and our afternoon treat is a lava show where they burn real lava. What I haven't shared with you already is that the magic happens during their sightseeing. When you see someone going on a retreat and you see them going out for dinner, having drinks, partying, or in this case, sightseeing, you think that we're not doing business, but that is complete opposite. The informal discussions, the informal masterminding that's happening all the time, that's the true magic of a retreat like this. This is a concept that I came up with, and I'm sure many others have as well. In 2016, when I hosted my first retreat, I decided it would be a mixture of informal masterminding and formal masterminding, 50%. And this is what I still do today in 2024. And it's just magic. The formal masterminding is great. You can come with your question. There's a hot seat. Everyone helps you solve the problem you have in your business. But then what really happens during the informal masterminding is there one-on-one conversation where you can actually get your breakthroughs. And the best breakthroughs happen, by the way, in a hot tub. So you see, I'm at the Glacier Lagoon. Isn't it beautiful? I absolutely love it. In a moment we will be on the boat and we'll see what we see there. I'll take you with me. We have day 3 of Mastermind Retreat Iceland starting in an hour. First we have delicious breakfast before we dive into masterminding with this beautiful view. And yesterday, 18-hour day, 17, 6:30 to 11:30 in the evening. It was fabulous. We went to my favorite place in the whole world, the Glacier Lagoon in southeast of Iceland. And then we went to the Diamond Beach. Why is it called the Diamond Beach? Because there are little pieces of icebergs, tiny ones. And then we went for lunch at Hali, where one of our fabulous authors was brought up in the 1900s. And from there we went on to the Black Beach, which has very beautiful stone formation. And after that, before we headed for dinner, was the lava show, where they burnt lava, melted lava, and showed us how that works. fabulous experience and then ended with dinner and walking up to a waterfall. That was our long date yesterday. And today we start to mastermind. It's day 4 of our 7-day retreat, 6 full days and 1 evening in the beginning. And we've had a rough patch with the weather, but that wasn't too bad yesterday because we had a full mastermind day with hot seats. And actually we spent the whole morning thinking big, thinking what's our next big goal, because we have lots of goals in business and it's very easy to get busy and just busy, become a busy bee and lose sight of what you really want. And by stepping out of your business, like our wonderful Red Circle participants are doing this week, is to take a look from above on your business and think about what you really want. What do you really want? And yes, maybe you want 10 things, but if you work on all of these 10 things at the same time, it's actually unlikely you will achieve them all. But instead, if you focus on one big goal and you really go all in, you're much more likely to achieve it and achieve it faster than you thought in the first place. As I said, a rough patch with the weather, but wow, how good does it look today? Almost wind still. I would say for Iceland, this is wind still. The sun is coming out. It's warming up. I'm looking forward to the day. We are doing half a mastermind day. And in the afternoon, we're going to the oldest eco village in the world, having lunch there. And we get a private tour, which I requested because I know this eco village very well. And I would love my Red Circle members to see it in person. From there, we go to a lake where there is warm water coming up from the ground, and we're going to bake bread, which we're going to eat then. We're not going to eat the bread we bake because it takes, I think, 24 hours to bake. So we're going to eat bread that maybe was put in yesterday. And then we go into the lagoon that's there, first into the warm lagoon and then possibly into the lake as well. Exciting day ahead, and I'm really enjoying being outside in this beautiful weather. Yeah, if you ever come to Iceland, which I hope you do, you need to be ready for the weather to go up and down. Anything between 0 and 20 degrees Celsius is possible. But then when you have days like this, you are just so grateful. And this is why I absolutely love Iceland. It's already day 6 out of 7. Time really flies when you're having fun. And the weather gods are on our side today, which is so perfect because today we actually have a full mastermind day. But because we managed to do the 2 last big hot seats this morning, we have the afternoon pretty flexible. And what I like to do once everybody has had their big hot seat, which is super important to me that everyone has one big hot seat in front of the whole group on our retreats. And if we have time, which I always try to make time, but you know, sometimes it doesn't work out because we have also other activities and the informal masterminding, which I also find super important. But the way I planned this retreat is that we have ample time for another session of hot seats, which I call mini hot seats, where instead of 20 to 30 minutes, it's about 8 to 10 minutes per person, depending on the size of the group. So that is really what we're going to do this afternoon. And because the weather is just so beautiful, how cool is that? Perfect for us. We're going to do it here outside, on this field behind me. We're going to go outside and do mini masterminds. So after a lunch break, we're all going out. I think I will change to something else. I'm wearing a dress now because we just had a photo shoot as well. Fantastic photo shoot in this amazing weather at this amazing place. We will do mini hot seats. And after the mini hot seats, we will take some time also due to the beautiful weather, go out on a kayak on the lake. And those who don't want to do kayak, they can just get like special water shoes so we can walk into the lake and get a little cold plunge before we go into the hot tub and enjoy our last evening at 8th retreat. It's day 7 of 7 at our Red Circle retreat. It's our final day. I feel so grateful to lead this wonderful group of ambitious female online entrepreneurs, an international group from various different European countries, and to show them my home country, to spend this time together, doing formal and informal masterminding, showing them Iceland, having experiences together, not just hot tub and champagne, although that is one of my favorite things to do, but also exploring the Glacier Lagoon. In my opinion, one of the most beautiful places in Iceland, most surprising, I would say, too. We just came from the lava tunnel after saying goodbye to 8th Retreat and our wonderful hosts there that have taken so good care of us. And now we are at a special place where we can get Danish smørrebrød for lunch. Afterwards, we go to the Sky Lagoon, another lagoon with some champagne or prosecco with beautiful views. After that, we drive every participant to their hotels, or if they don't have a hotel to stay, maybe they stay with someone else, and then we take a short break before we meet for a final dinner in a restaurant in the city center of Reykjavik. We have 2 participants leaving tonight, but they will make it. They can have dinner first before they take a taxi to the airport. I just feel very blessed to call this my job, and doing Red Circle Retreat in Iceland is one of my most favorite things to do every year since I've been doing retreats in Iceland and hosting masterminds. I am back home after a wonderful 6-day retreat with my Red Circle participants. I couldn't have wished for a better retreat, a better group, better retreat location, better help from my driver, photographer, and our wonderful person who took care of catering and taking good care of us, and the owner of the retreat center where we stayed. It is so important to have help. And having 3 people helping me out with the retreat, I couldn't have wished for better people. And it's so smooth since we've already worked together before, and some of those people have worked with me since 2016 hosting retreats in Iceland. It is just smooth and no words need to be exchanged to make everything perfect for our clients. And what a wonderful group we have this year in Red Circle. And I think that, of course, every year, because I love my clients and I love to guide them on their journey to create a 7-figure business, because this is our $1 million mastermind. And this retreat went by so fast. And I always say, well, I'm not the only one, but I say, well, time flies when you're having fun. And that's exactly what happened this retreat. It felt like we were just starting and then we were already at the end. It was a fantastic mixture of formal and informal masterminding. I felt we all had enough time to dive into deep topics and really get to the root of a challenge and have massive breakthroughs. Breakthroughs that even other people that also are experienced, or even people out there with their expertise in their field, couldn't help with. And during the retreat, we were able to solve those massive challenges together. And that's the magic of a mastermind. And what's the magic of the Iceland retreat is that we're 6 full days together, plus a meet and greet the night before we leave. And this means that we can go much deeper than on a regular retreat that is typically 2.5 days when I do other retreats in other locations. And that's why I love the Iceland retreat. And of course, it's my home country, Iceland. I can show the Red Circle members my home country. I've been to these places hundreds of times. I've traveled around Iceland since I was a child. And I've traveled since I met my husband and I became a stepmom. Every year since 2009, traveled for at least a week somewhere in a new location in Iceland, always with the thought in mind that I would do a retreat. So I rarely travel anywhere in Iceland unless it's in the back of my mind that one day I could come back and host a retreat in that place, or we could travel to that place. And so even today, as some of the members are traveling around Iceland, they are going to locations that I have visited and I could recommend to them, and that we may be visited on previous retreats. All in all, I am super happy. Of course, now it's good that a retreat ends on a Friday, so I have Saturday and Sunday to relax, recharge. I'm doing a lot of washing, practical things happening right now, kind of cleaning up. I went to a birthday party of my niece. She turned 17. and taking it easy with my husband, who is also with me here in Iceland now. So that was the end of Red Circle Retreat, and I cannot wait to host the retreat next year again.